Coach, you were 5-79 last year. Why the playoff talk?
Well, we made a couple of key trades, and we got the funk.
Oh, well, glory be, the funk's on me, Bobble.
Keep that funk alive. Keep that funk alive.
Well, it's 1975, and we just be keeping the funk alive. So what
Aloha and hello out there, everybody. What's going on? This is Miho from Too Close to Call with the 0 to 100 series, baby.
Real quick. By the way, we knew that song was Drake, but we weren't saying it because of the Raptors-Sixers series.
Yeah, how about him wearing Sixers shorts for Game 7 and reversing the curse, self-cursing the Sixers? I'm like, God damn it, that's awesome. If it was anybody else.
I would have done the same thing.
Son of a bitch, Drake. Getting good with it.
We're on number 34 today, Kev.
Yes, we are, and a couple of 34s popped into my head as we thought about our local Philadelphia sports.
Obviously, one of them just passed away within the last year. I'll let you take him because that's your sport.
Yeah, that was my guy. That's my sport. That was the first one that popped into my head. Obviously, Roy Halladay, Doc Holliday. Tragic what happened to him in that aviation accident down in Clearwater, but the guy loved to be a pilot and do crazy shit in the air. So I guess if you're going to go with what you're loving to do. But personally, I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, come on. You just can't stay on land. You got to get one of these one-person airplanes. Ah, damn it.
Yeah, man. His career in Philadelphia was so weird because he was so good at like the top of the mountain with Cy Young's, perfect games, no hitters, and then one year it just fell off. It was just like, oh my God, what happened?
Dude, it was over the course of like a year and a half because you're correct. We got him for 2010 and 2011, and even 2012 he was pretty solid. But that 2013 year, his last year, he didn't have 93 anymore. All of a sudden it was like 89, 90, and it just wasn't good enough. But those 2 years, he was one of the machines out there, dude. Just loved watching him pitch because it was very video game-like. You know, it was hard up and in, soft flowing away, hard up and in, just hitting all four boxes and dominating hitters. And like you mentioned, man, perfect games, and the postseason no-hitter was unbelievable to watch when we were in college.
He just, like, no emotion, just, like, pounding the strike zone, pounding, boom, you're out.
Very efficient, man. And the only other pitcher that came up, like we talked about on one of the previous episodes, I believe it was, is Nolan Ryan was 34. Yeah. So the best of the best of the best, sir, to quote Will Smith from Men in Black, was Nolan Ryan throwing 105, 107 miles an hour. So I didn't want to let that pass without re-mentioning my man who basically invented the fastball.
If you want to be a good pitcher, maybe consider throwing on the old 3-4.
But another guy locally, I don't think this was your guy, Pags, but Hall of Famer Charles Barkley, our boy Chuck. Hall of Famer on the hardwood, not so much on the golf course. Hell of an entertaining character on TNT, and still a Sixers fan, if you ask him.
Absolutely. I love Charles Barkley ever since I saw Space Jam. He stole the show. Him and Bill Murray stole the show in Space Jam.
Was he the orange guy?
Yeah, he was the orange guy. Don't try this at home. Guys, we suck. That was a great movie with him in it. But, hey, I loved watching him. What was his name? The Pound and Rebound. He was great. And he really is great on TNT. Even when the college ones, some of those guys are a little tough to listen to, talking about college. Chuck just comes out and he's like, I don't know any of these. I'm just going to pick with my heart.
Hey, I like this color. They're green. They're going to move on here in this one. By the end of the bracket, his board is just completely red X's, and I'm like, yes.
Dude, the greatest was when, I don't know if you saw this clip of when Archie Diacono passes to Chris Jenkins, and he hits the 3 against Carolina. They show the view of Chuck watching it. It is freaking great. Where he's just going nuts and jumping up and down. The most athletic movement he's used in years.
Oh, my goodness, right? And he actually argues with another number 34 on TNT's postgame, and that's Mr. Shaquille O'Neal with the Lakers, man, in his prime with Kobe. The big 3-4, maybe the most unstoppable force in NBA history.
No doubt, man. The Mutombo was just useless in that series with the Sixers because Shaq just bullied the shit out of him.
Yeah, Mutombo was good.
Yeah, I know. And he was huge. 7'2", just 300 pounds, just freaking moving everybody. He was dominant. And I love watching clips of him when he was with the Magic because he could fucking run.
Back in his young days, coming out of LSU, steamrolling down the court, dude. Those alley-oops with the Lakers, that one clip, him just running back down the court with that fucking face. It is still so funny.
And he's a movie star, Shazam.
There it is, another quality film.
And he's been popping up in a bunch of Adam Sandler movies lately as well.
Oh, these basketball guys just making quality comedy flicks.
No doubt, man. Well, I got a couple of kind of just a wide range just to show how dominant this number is. We thought 33 was good. This one's just as good.
Hit me with it.
All right, so we got Paul Pierce.
The truth.
The best nickname ever. Not the greatest predictor after saying the Bucks would not win another game.
Still learning not to fucking jump to conclusions, but that's okay. Give him time.
I always think about the Sixers drafting Larry Hughes a pick before Paul Pierce and just being like,
damn it.
Paul Pierce and Iverson would have been perfect together.
Oh, reminisce about the what-ifs of Philadelphia sports.
So many. Hakeem Olajuwon, another dominating center. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, he's probably, your current one in the NBA? Is that Kevin Durant's not 34, right? Is he?
No, I think he's 35.
Okay. So, Antetokounmpo.
We got Ray Allen, the infamous texter of To the Wrong Woman. And then just a couple of football guys. Sweetness, got to mention him.
Well, that was a pretty casual mention of the greatest running back in NFL history. Pags, Jesus Christ, man. Give Sweetness his due. 16,000 yards leading the league. I mean, obviously one of the most dominating running backs of his time and a hell of a career. And he was unstoppable in Tecmo Bowl, Pags. I can't believe you didn't mention Walter Payton Tecmo Bowl. He is probably the most unstoppable video game character of all time.
Him or Mike Vick in 01 Madden.
You can't be the Falcons and run around the corner, okay? Not allowed.
I don't consider Walter Payton the greatest running back of all time because if Barry Sanders didn't retire early, he would have shattered Walter Payton / Emmitt Smith's record.
You live in your fantasy world of what ifs, don't you?
How can he be the greatest running back of all time if he didn't score a touchdown in the Super Bowl? If they gave the ball to the fridge instead of Walter Payton?
Just so they could watch the big boy dance, man. That's just them being a team of the people, Pags. That's respecting the sport of entertainment and the value of the fan paying to be there. And who doesn't love watching a big dude rumble after getting in the end zone?
Well, dude, Walter Payton was pissed about it.
Of course he was. He wanted to be the one dancing while the fridge is out there shaking his rolls.
Oh, man. And then the last one could have been the greatest running backs of all time. Wasn't such a freak fucking athlete. Bo Jackson.
Potentially the greatest two-sport athlete of all time, right? Him and Dion and Kyler Murray eventually after he retires from the NFL in like 3 years to play baseball? Question mark. Voice gets higher when you ask questions.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
I'm Ron Burgundy. Oh, Brian and Stewie from Family Guy. She gets lost in her ways, goes to find herself.
That is the greatest 30 for 30 of all time because you just didn't. We didn't grow up during that time to see how freakish of an athlete he was.
Bo knows, right?
Unbelievable.
Oh man, did we miss anybody or was that everybody?
I feel like that's everybody.
I feel like that's everybody. We got a lot of people there. There's quite a few people on that next tier, dude. But those names, I don't know. Maybe at the end of this, Pax, we'll have to get like a post together of kind of like the top 1 to 2, regardless of location, for each number and put like a bracket together of the top numbers and see who comes out.
I love that.
Should be a lot of fun once we get through 100, baby. So, hey, only by next year, that'll be coming out.
Yeah, we'll do that because once we get to 100, we're done.
We got nothing coming after that. Who's the best 101 out there? Not sure. Gonna have to do some research on that one.
Well, this one's fun. This is one of my favorites every week.
This is Miho and Pags, Too Close to Call podcast with the 0-100. We can now mention Drake's name again, that bastard, since he eliminated our Sixers. We thank you guys for listening, as always. When you get done with this and they say, what do you want to do next on your phone? Why don't you swipe up, a.k.a. scroll down, hit the 5 stars, and then you can tap the home button to exit the podcast app on your iPhone. We'd really appreciate it.
Get those 5 stars out there. Let's keep this thing rolling, people. Later.
Peace.
Coach, you were 5-79 last year. Why the playoff talk?
Well, we made a couple of key trades, and we got the funk.
Oh, well, glory be, the funk's on me, Bobby. Keep that funk alive. Keep that funk alive.
Well, it's 1975, and we just be keeping the funk alive.